Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of personal finance TikTok. Now, I know a lot of you out there have been scrolling through your FYP, seeing all sorts of financial advice and tips from the latest TikTok stars. And while some of that content can be really helpful, there's also a lot of questionable stuff out there that you need to be wary of. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the good, the bad, and the downright unsustainable when it comes to personal finance TikTok. I'll be breaking down some of the most popular trends, analyzing the pros and cons, and hopefully giving you a better sense of what advice to take to heart, and what to take with a huge grain of salt. Let's start with the positives. One of the best things about personal finance TikTok is how it's bringing important financial literacy topics to a younger audience in a really engaging way. I mean, let's be honest, traditional personal finance education can be pretty dry and boring. But these TikTokers have found a way to make things like budgeting, investing, and building credit actually fun and interesting to learn about. Take it Financial Juries, for example. She's built a huge following by breaking down complex financial concepts into easily digestible videos, using relatable examples and a ton of personality. Or at the Chentable Housewife, who's sharing super practical tips on things like meal planning and saving on groceries. These creators are making personal finance feel accessible and even enjoyable for their viewers. And I also have to give a shout out to the TikTokers who are using their platforms to advocate for more financial education in schools. People like The Student Budgeter are really pushing for change and raising awareness about the importance of teaching kids these crucial life skills. Because let's be real, most of us didn't learn nearly enough about personal finance when we were in school. Okay, now let's talk about some of the more problematic trends we've been seeing on personal finance TikTok. One that really rubs me the wrong way is the whole money mindset movement. You know the ones I'm talking about, the TikTokers who are telling their followers that if they just manifest wealth and abundance, the money will start pouring in. Look, I get the appeal of the positive thinking angle. But the reality is that building wealth takes a lot of hard work, discipline, and practical money management skills. These mindset gurus are often oversimplifying things and giving people unrealistic expectations. Sure, having the right mindset is important, but it's not some magic bullet that's going to solve all your financial problems. Another thing that concerns me is the proliferation of get-rich-quick schemes and dubious investment advice. I've seen so many TikTokers promoting things like crypto, day trading, and dropshipping as easy ways to make tons of money fast. And while there are certainly people who have found success with these strategies, the reality is that they're also incredibly high risk and speculative. For every person who's made a killing, there are countless others who've lost a ton of money. But these TikTokers make it seem like anyone can just jump in and start raking it in. They're not always being upfront about the risks and the level of skill required. And that's really troubling, because it could lead their young, impressionable followers down some dangerous financial paths. And that brings me to what I consider the most concerning trend on personal finance TikTok: the glorification of unsustainable spending and debt. I've seen so many videos where creators are bragging about the lavish lifestyles they've built, whether it's through taking out massive loans, maxing out credit cards, or even engaging in illegal activities like fraud. Now, I get the appeal of that kind of content. It's flashy, it's exciting, and it can make people feel like they're missing out if they're not living that kind of lifestyle. But the reality is that those kinds of spending habits are completely unsustainable in the long run. Racking up tons of debt, whether it's student loans, car loans, or credit card balances, is only going to create more financial stress down the line. And the scary thing is, a lot of these TikTokers have huge audiences of young people who are really impressionable. So when they see these influencers flaunting their wealth and living large, they start to think that that's the standard they should be aspiring to. But the truth is, that kind of spending is just not realistic or healthy for the vast majority of people. Look, I know personal finance can be a dry and intimidating topic for a lot of people. And I get the appeal of wanting to find a quick fix or an easy way to get rich. But the reality is, building true, sustainable wealth takes time, discipline, and a lot of hard work. And while there's certainly a lot of great, helpful content out there on personal finance TikTok, there's also a lot of stuff that you really need to be cautious about. So my advice would be to approach all of this financial advice with a critical eye. Do your own research, consult trusted experts, and always think carefully about the long-term implications of any financial decisions you make. Because at the end of the day, your financial well-being is too important to be leaving in the hands of random TikTokers. Take the time to educate yourself, develop good money habits, and invest in your future. That's the real path to lasting financial security and peace of mind. Alright, that's all I've got for you today. I hope this video has given you a more well-rounded perspective on the world of personal finance TikTok. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.